Alrighty, folks, we're going to get started in just a minute here. I need to perfect my system for actually showing you what I'm going to read. I'm not 100% super pleased about the setup that I've got, but you know what? We'll just have to make do. Okay, so let's pop over there and see if we can get this working. Is it going to play nice? Is it going to play nice? Nope. How about this one? Okay. We got something going on. So, for reasons I can't really understand, the overlay for this doesn't fully cooperate when I'm trying to capture a browser window. This might simply be an infelicity of how OBS is handling this, but you know what? I'm just not going to worry about it for now. In terms of what we will go through here, stream, if I read all of them, it will take me a day. However, if I read just the ones that were known to circulate in the medieval period, well, it'll still take a while. So we'll probably read most of the short ones, and then I might come back at a later day to read the longer ones. We won't, however, necessarily go through all of the introductory materials, but because these stories are not actually well known and understood in the popular consciousness, I'm going to take a moment before each of them to just very, very, very briefly go over a couple of facts about each of them. So the text that we are reading through today is Robin Hood and Other Outlaw Tales, which is a collection of books, a collection of stories put together for the Team's Middle English Texts project. I will cycle back to that at the end of the stream, but each text here comes with an introduction, so we have some material to review for each of them. So the first one we're going to start with is a story called Robin Hood and the Monk, right, as you can see right up there. This is the earliest known tale. We won't go over all of the evidence for how people date these things. However, it uses a mixture of analysis of the manuscripts in which it is written, which can include like looking at the parchment itself, and it can also include, for example, references that might seem to point to particular public figures at a certain time, or it might include the dialect in which it is written with, we know now some changes in how the language has worked that allows us to place the text at a certain period of time. The manuscript, of course, as this first line tells you, is fairly late in the medieval period. They're thinking, 1450, and although it is the subject of some discussion, most likely you would see the end of the medieval period being placed at the latest 1500 in England. So many of the records we have of Robin Hood tales in Middle English come from the very tail end of the medieval period or later. However, this just means that these are the ones we have that have survived to this day. We do have other evidence that the figure of Robin Hood and the idea of there being a group of stories about Robin Hood has been around for quite some time. So, for example, in the mid to late 1300s, the long alliterative dream poem Piers Plowman includes a reference to the rhymes of Robin Hood. So even by that time, that reference itself, simply saying nothing more than the rhymes of Robin Hood, would have indicated that these tales were well known enough that nothing further needed to be explained about them. So so here, for example, we have a reference to the Rhymes of Robin Hood by Langland, William Langland, the writer of Piers Plowman, right, 1370s. Others on Andrew of Wintun, Walter Bauer, we won't keep going through all of this. So it is not a terribly long one. And as we will see, it does not have in it a lot of what we would normally expect out of a Robin Hood story. In fact, it is quite seemingly quite contrary to much of what we would anticipate. I won't read through the summary here just so we can have a look at the story. So I think I've settled on a system that will allow me to very slowly scroll through something like this, which is why I'm doing this instead of a PDF. So just allow me to grab a sip of water here and we will get started. Okay. In summer, when the showers be shine, and the leaves be large and long, it is full merry in fair forest to hear the fool's song. To see the deer draw to the dale, and lave the hills hay, and shadow him in the leaves green, under the green wood tree. It befell on Whitsun early in a May morning, the sun up fair can sheen, and the breezes merry can sing. This is a merry morning, sighed Little John, by him that yede on tree. A more merry man than I am own, leaves not in Christianity. Pluck up the heart, me dear meister, Little John can say, and think it full a fair a team in a morning of May. Yea, on thing grave as May, said Robin, and it does me heart much woe, that he made not no solemn day to mass nor matins go. It is a fortunate and more, sighed he, sin I me cyver say. To die I will to Nottingham, sighed Robin, with the micht of milde Maria. Then spake Mocha, the mildener's son, evermore well him betide. Tak 12 of the wichte yeomen, well weaponed be the seed. Such on a wold the self aslown, that 12 dare not abide. Of all me merry men, sighed Robin, be me faith I will none have, but Little John shall bear me boo, till that me list draw. Thou shalt bear thine own, sighed Little John, meister, and I will bear mine, and we will shet a penny, sighed Little John, under the green wood lean. I will not shet a penny, sighed Robin Hood, in faith, Little John, with thee, but ever for own as thou shetest, sighed Robin, in faith I hold thee three. Thus shet thy forth these yeomen two, both at busk and brom, till Little John, one of his meister, 5 shillings to hose and shone. A fairly strife for them between, as they went be the way. Little John sighed he had won 5 shillings, and Robin Hood sighed shortly nigh. With that Robin Hood lead Little John, and smote him with his hand. Little John waxed wroth therewith, and pulled out his brichte brand. Were thou not me meister, sighed Little John, thou shouldest be hit full sore. Get thee a man where thou will, for thee gettest me no more. Then Robin goes to Nottingham, himself morning alone, and Little John to merry Sherwood, the paths he knew ill gone. When Robin came to Nottingham, certainly withouten line, he prayed to God and mild Maria to bring him out again. Out save again, I'm sorry. He goes in to Saint Mary Kirke, and kneeled down before the road. Alle that ever were the church within beheld well Robin Hood. Beside him stood a great-headed monk, he prayed to God would he be, for son he knew good Robin, as soon as he him say. Out at the door he ran, for son and anon, o'er the gates of Nottingham he mad to be sparred every chon. Rise up, he sighed, thou prude sheriff, busk thee and mak the boon. Ye have speared the king's felon, for soth he is in this tune. Ye have speared the false felon, as he stondes at his mass. It is long of thee, sighed the monk, and ever he through us pass. This traitor name is Robin Hood, under the green wood linde. He robbed me honest of £100, it shall never out of me mind. Up then rose this prude sheriff, and the radley mad him yar. Many was the mother's son, to the kirk with him can far. In at the duress thy throwly thrust, with stavus full good wone. Alas, alas, sighed Robin Hood, nu miss ye Little John. But Robin took out a tow-honed sword that hung it doon be his knee. There as the sheriff and his men stood thickest, there the word whirled hay. Threes through at them he then ran, for soth as you say, and wounded mony a mother's son, and 12 he slew that day. His sword upon the sheriff head, certainly he brak in toe. The smith at the mad, sighed Robin, he pray to God work him woe. For now we am weaponless, said Robin, alas again me will, but if he may flay these traitors fro, he worth I will me kill. Robin into her church ran, throughout him everil con. That set of dots there means there's lines missing from the manuscript, so something happens here, but we don't know what. Some fell and swoning as they were dead, and lie as still as any stone. None of them were in her mind, but only Little John. Let be your rule, said Little John, for his love that did untray. Yea, that should be duchty men, het is great shame to say. Our mice there has been hard bestowed, and yet scap it away. Pluck up your hertis, and lave this mon, and hearken what he shall say. He has served our laddie many a day, and yet will, securely. Therefore I trust in here specially, no wicked death shall he die. Therefore be glad, sighed Little John, and let this morning be, and he shall be the monk's guide with the micht of milde Marie. And he met him, said Little John, we will go but way to. Look that ye keep well our tristle tray under the levis small, and spare none of this venison that goes in this wall. Forth then went these yeomen to Little John and Much on fair, and looked on Much his house, the he way full near. Little John stood at a window in the morning, and looked forth at a stage. He was war where the monk came reading, and with him a little page. Be me faith, sighed Little John to Much, he can they till teething as good. He say where the monk come as reading, he knew him by his will, weed a hood. They went into the way, these yeomen both, as courteous men and hand. They speared teething as at the monk, as they had been his friend. For whence come ye, sighed Little John, tell us teething as ye, you pray, of a false outlie was taken yesterday. He robbed me and me fellowes both of 20 mark in certain. If that false outlie be taken, for soth we would be fine. So did he, sighed the monk, of 100 pound and more. He lied first hand him upon, ye may thank me therefore. He pray God thank you, sighed Little John, and we will when we may. We will go with you, with your lave, and bring you on your way. For Robin Hood has many a wild fellow, he tell you in certain. If I wist ye rode this way, in faith ye should be slain. As they went talking by the way, the monk and Little John took the monk's horse by the head, for son and anon. John took the monk's horse by the head, for soth as ye you say. So did Much the little page, for he should not scap away. By the gullet of the hood, John poured the monk a doon. John was nothing of him aghast. He let him fall on his croon. Little John was so aggraved, and drew out his sword and he. The monk saw he should be dead. Lord mercy can he cry. He was my meister, sighed Little John, that thou has brocht in ball. Shall thou never come at our king, for to tell him tale? John smote off the monk's head, no longer would he dwell. So did Much the little page, for fear lest he would tell. There they buried him both, in neither moss nor ling, and Little John and Much in fair bare the letters to our king. Little John came in unto the king, he kneled down upon his knee. God your salve me lege, Lord, Jesus you salve, and say. God your salve me lege, king, to spake John was full bold. He gaf him the letters in his hand, the king did he unfold. The king read the letters anon and sighed, So morty they, there was never yeoman in merry England, he longed so sore to say. Where is the monk that they should have brought? Our king can say. Be me truth, sighed Little John, he did after the why. The king gave Moch and Little John 20 pound in certain, and made them yeomen of the crown, and bade them go again. He gaf John the sail in hand, the sheriff for to bear, to bring Robin him to, and no man do him dare. John took his leave at our king, the south as you say. The next away to Nottingham, to talk he yede the way. When John came to Nottingham, the gates were sparred it con. John called up the porter, he answered son and on. What is the cause? What is the cause, sighed Little John, thou sparrest the gates so fast? Because of Robin Hood, said the porter, in deep prison is cast. John and Moch and Will Scathalloch, for soth as you say, they slew our men upon our walls, and souten us every day. Little John speared after the sheriff, and son him fond. He opened the king's privy sail, and gaf him in his hand. When the sheriff saw the king's sail, he did of his hood anon. Where is the monk that bar the letters? He sighed to Little John. He is so fine of him, sighed Little John, for sorth as you say. He has made him abbot of Westminster, a lord of that abbey. The sheriff made John good cheer, and gaf him wheen of the best. At nicht they went to their bed, and every man to his rest. When the sheriff was on sleep, drunken of wine and all, Little John and Moch forsooth took the way unto the gall. Little John called up the jailer, and bade him reason on. He said Robin Hood had broken the prison, and out of it was gone. The porter rose anon certain, as soon as he heard John call. Little John was ready with a sword, and bar him through to the wall. Nu will he be jailer, sighed Little John, and took the case in hand. He took the way to Robin Hood, and son he him unbound. He gaf him a good sword in his hand, his head therewith to keep, and there as the wallace were loosed, and undone can they leap. Be that the cock began to crew, the day began to spring, the sheriff found the jailer dead, the common bell mad he ring. He made a cry throughout the town, whether he be yeoman or knave, the couth bring him Robin Hood, his warson he should have. For he dared never, sighed the sheriff, come before our king, for if he do, he wot certain, for soth he will me hang. The sheriff made to seek Nottingham, both by strait and steen, and Robin was in merry Sherwood, as licht as leaf on lind. Then bespake good Little John to Robin Hood, can he say, Ye have done they a good turn for an ill, quit me whan do my. Ye have done they a good turn, sighed Little John, for soth as ye they say, ye have brought under the greenwood lean, farewell and have a good day. Nay, be me truth, sighed the Robin, so shall it never be. Ye make the meister, sighed Robin, of all me men and me. Nay, be me truth, sighed Little John, so shall it never be. But that me be a fellow, said Little John, no norther cape he be. Thus John got Robin Hood out of prison, certain without in line. When his men saw him whole and sound, for soth they were full fine. They filled in ween and made him glad, under the leave small, and yet pastis of venison, that God was withal. Then word came come to our king, who Robin Hood was gone, and who the Sheriff of Nottingham durst never look him upon. Then bespake our comely king in an augur he, Little John has beguiled the sheriff, in fight so has he may. Little John has beguiled us both, and that full well he say, or else the Sheriff of Nottingham he hunged should he be. He made him yeoman of the crown, and gaf him fay with with me hond. He gaf him grief, sighed our king, throughout all merry England. He gaf them grief, then sighed our king, he sigh somewhat he they. For soth sock a yeoman as he is on, in all England are not three. He is true to his meister, sighed our king, he sigh be sway to Saint John. He loves better Robin Hood than he does this econ. Robin Hood is ever bond to him, both in street and stall. Spake no more of this matter, sighed our king, but John has beguiled us all. Thus endeth the talking of the monk, and Robin Hood he wees. God that ever is a crowned king, bring us all to his bliss. Okay, so that is the end of our first, and I believe our shortest, Robin Hood tale. It is the earliest as far as we know, and it is a short and pretty gruesome and violent story. It's got some of the things you would expect out of a Robin Hood story. So it has, for example, Little John is here right from the beginning, although we don't have anything at this point suggesting that the name is ironic. We have, of course, Robin Hood himself, and we'll look at what they do in just a sec. We have the Sheriff of Nottingham is there, and a longtime opponent. Oh, hey, Misty. Hey, Sloth. How are you folks doing? Thanks for coming by. One thing that has not really survived into modern retellings, I guess, of Robin Hood is that Robin Hood is particularly devoted to the Virgin Mary. This will come up a little bit more in a later tale. And, of course, we have a great many tricks being played on various people. And that includes Robin Hood playing tricks on his friends. So early in this story, Robin Hood and Little John have a contest. And it is an archery contest, which John wins, but then Robin Hood refuses to pay him, so John stomps off to go do his own thing. I won't rehearse the entire story here, but I will also point out that the reputation of Robin Hood for defending, I guess, the weak and robbing the rich to pay the poor isn't always borne out in exactly the way that we might think. The monk, for example, whoops, let me just look that up here. So when Little John and Much, or Mocha, or Moch, as the text will have you pronounce it, depending on exactly how it's spelled, when they run into a monk who's carrying letters from the king, they just kill that guy straight up, even though his crime at this point is largely just lying and trying to extort money out of them. But they also kill the page, and the page would have been like a young boy, like a teenager at the oldest, who is learning how to be an adult man, essentially. And the page has categorically done nothing. But Moch kills him simply because they are afraid that he might talk and tell what they have done later. But we do also see some things here in the background that are going to come up forever in these stories. So you have this sense of a, like, really idyllic forest in the background. You have the possibility of hunting And hunting deer can also indicate being an outlaw, because you can't go into the king's forest and hunt the king's deer at this time. But also, the forest is a place to hide, right? So it gives both secrecy and sustenance. All right, so that is Robin Hood and the Monk. We'll move on to Robin Hood and the Potter here. This is another ballad from a little bit later than the Monk. There is a play to which it has some relation, which we're not going to go over here. One of the things that I find particularly interesting about Robin Hood and the Potter is that it is very interested in money, as opposed to, and the particular value of objects as measured in money. So let's have a look at that one. This one is about, it's a little bit shorter actually, and this one is divided into fits or sections. So I'm going to take a drink of water here, and then I will read this one out loud too. All right, here we go. There we go. In summer, when the lave is spring, the blossoms on every bough, so merry doit the birdes sing, in wodes merry new. Hercules, god Yemen, comely, courteous and good, one of the best that ever bar boo, his name was Robin Hood. Robin Hood was the yeoman's name that was both courteous and free, for the love of Urladi, all women worshipped he. But as the god yeoman stood on a day, among his merry manny, he was ward of a prude porter, come dreifing over the lea. Yonder cometh a prude porter, said Robin, that a long height hunted this way. He was never so courteous a man, on penny of powers to pay. He met him both at Wentbreg, said Little John, and therefore ye formote he they. Sek three stroke as he may gaff, yet be me side as clever they. I lay 40 shillings, said Little John, to pay me, pay het they some a day. There is not a man among us all, a word shall make him lie. Here is 40 shillings, said Robin, more and thou dart say, that I shall make that prude porter, a wed to me shall he lie. There this money they laid, they took it a yeoman to keep. Robin before the porter he bride, and bade him stand still. Handes upon he horse he laid, and bade the porter stand full still. The porter shortly to him said, Fellow, what is thy will? All these 3 year and more, porter, he sighed, thou hast hunted this way, yet whereto never so courteous a man, on penny of pavage to pay. What is the name, sighed the porter, for pavage thou ask of me? Robin Hood is me name, a wed shall thou lay for me. Wed where ye known lef, sighed the porter, nor pavage well ye known pie. I'll hide thy hond from my horse, ye were the 10 isles by me fie. The porter to his cart he went, he was not to sick, a god to hand staff the route he hent, before Robin he leaped. Robin Hood with a sword bent, a buckler in his hand. The porter to Robin he went and sighed, Fellow, let me horse go. Together then went these to Yemen, it was a good sight to see. Thereof flew Robin his men, there they stood under a tree. Lighter John to his fellow he sighed, yend porter well stealthily stood. The porter with an awkward stroke smote the buckler out of his hand. And our Robin might get hit again, his buckler at his feet. The porter in the neck him took, to the ground son he yed. That saw Robin his men, as they stood under a bough, Let us help our master, sighed Little John. Yonder potter, sighed he, else well him slow. There's wicht a yeoman with a bride, to this master they come. Little John to his master sighed, Ho hat the wager won. Shall he have your 40 shillings, sighed Little John, or ye, master, shall have a mean? If they were 100, sighed Robin, I faith they ben or thine. Het is full little courtesy, sighed the porter, as ye have hard wise men see. Yet the poor yeoman come drewing all over the way, to let him of his gournay. Bay me through it, thou says soit, sighed Robin, thou says God yeomanry, and thou drive forth every day, thou shalt never be let for me. I will pray thee, good porter, a fellowship where thou have. Give me the clothing, and thou shalt have mine. I will go to Nottingham. I grant thereto, sighed the porter, thou shalt find me a fellow good. But thou can sell me portis well, come again as thou yede. Nay, be me truth, sighed Robin, and then I bescraw me head. If I bring any portis in, and any wife wear him chip. Then spake Little John, and all his flowers hind. Master, be well ware of the scraff of Nottingham, for he's little hoor friend. Through the help of hoor laddie, for Lewis, let me alone. Height were hoot, sighed Robin, to Nottingham were ye gone. Robin went to Nottingham, this portis for to sell. The porter abode with Robin's men, there he fared not ill. Though Robin drove on his way, so merry o'er the lond, here is more, and after is to say, the best is behind. Begin the second section, Fit 2. When Robin came to Nottingham, the sight he should say, he set up his horse anon, and gaf him hortis and high. In the maidis of the tune, there he shewed his war. Portis, he gan cry for the son, have hansel for the mar. Full often against the scrafis gata shewed he his shafar. Wafus and weatherus about him drew, and chaped fast of his war. Yet Portis great chaper cried Robin, he loth ye for this to stond, and all that sigh himself sighed he had no potter long. The potters that were worth pennies five, he sold them for pennies three, bravery sighed man and wafe, under potter shall never be. Thus Robin sold full fast, till he had Portis bought fief, up him talk of his car, and send him to the scrafes weef. Thereof she was full fine. Grimmar say, sighed she, sir, than when ye come to this country again, ye shall be of the Portis, so more ye they. Ye shall have of the best, sighed Robin, and swore by the Trinity, for Curtis lay shan gam him call. Come dine with the scrafe and me. God amar say, sighed Robin, your bedding shall be done. A Marin and the Portis gone bear, Robin and the scrafe a weef followed anon. When Robin into the hall came, the scrafe son he met. The potter cooed of courtesy, and son the scrafe he gret. Lo, sir, what the potter have gave you and me. Fief a Portis small and great. He is full welcome, sighed the scrafe, let us was, and Tomet. As they sat at her met, with a noble chair, two of the scrafest men gone spec, of a great wager. The shouting was good and fine, was mad the t'other day, of 40 shillings the soit to say, who should this wager gain. Still than sat this prude porter, thus that thought he, as he am a true thirsting man, this shorting well he say. One they had fared of the best, with bread and ale and wine. To the Portis they made them pressed, with buis and bultis full fain. The scrafest men shot full fast, as archers that were in prue. There came none near nigh the mark, by half a good archer's bow. There then stood the prude porter, thus then side he, and he had a boo by the road on should you say. Thou shall have a boo, sighed the scrafe, the best that thou were chased of three. Thou samest a stalwart and a stronger, as I shall thou be. The scrafe commanded a yeoman that stood him by, and a boo was to wind. The best a boo that the yeoman bruth, Robin set on a string. Nu shall he wait, and thou be good, and pull it up to thine ear. So God me help, said the prude porter, this is but richt where wake gear. To a quaker Robin went, a god burst uth he talk, so nigh on to the mark he went, he filed not a forth. Or they shot a booth again, the scrafest man and he, off the mark he willed not file, he clefed the prick on three. The scrafest man thought great a sham, the potter the mastery won, the scrafe loo and mad god gam and sighed, Potter, thou art a man, thou art worthy to bear a boo in what place that thou go. In my cart he hath a boo, for so, he sighed, and that a gold. In my cart is the bow that gaf me Robin Hood. Knewest thou Robin Hood, said the scrafe. Potter, I pray they tell thou my. 100 tourney have shot with him under his turtle try. He had lever nor 100 pound, said the scrafe, and swore be the Trinity that false outlaw stood by me. And ye well do after me raid, said the potter, and boldly go with me, and tomorrow our way het bread, Robin Hood well we say. Ye were quate they called the scrafe, and swear by God of might, shating at thy left, and home they went, her supper was ready dieth. Third and final section. Upon the morrow, when het was die, he bosked him forth to ride. The potter his cart forth gone awry, and would not left behind. He took a leaf of the scrafest wife, and thanked her of all ting. Dam for my lofre, and ye wear this wear, I gave you here gold ring. Grammar say, sighed the waif, Sir God erdre het they. The scrafest heart was never so laith the fair forest to say. And one came into the forest under the leafest grain, bairdest their song on boughs pressed, it was great joy to say. Here het is merry to buy, sighed Robin, for a man that had out to spend. By my horn shall await, if Robin Hood be here. Robin set his horn to his mouth, and blew a blast that was full good, that heard his men on their stood fair doon in the wood. I hear my meister blew, sighed Little John, they ran as they were wood. When they to their master come, Little John would not spar. Master, who have you far in Nottingham, who have you sold your ware? Yea, by me truth, Little John, look thou, tak no car. Ye have brought the scrafe of Nottingham for all who're chaffer. He is for welcome, said Little John, this tiding is for good. The scrafe had lever nor 100 pond, he had never seen Robin Hood. Had he wist that beforen at Nottingham one we were, thou should not come to fair forest of all these 1000 air. That worthy word, said Robin, ye thank God that ye be here. Therefore shall ye lever your horse with us, and all your other gear. That fendy God is forbode, called the scrafe, so to lays me God. Hither ye come on horse full hay, and home shall ye go on foot, and great were the waif at home, the woman is for God. Ye shall her send a wheat par flay, her het hambale as the wind, ne'er for the loafer of your waif, of more sorrow should you sing. This parted Robin Hood and the scrafe to Nottingham he took the way. His waif affair welcomed him home, and to him gone she say. Sir, who have you fared in green forest? Have you brought Robin home? Damn, the dare spade him, both body and bone, ye have had a full great scorn. Of all the God that he hath lad to green wood, he hight take het from me, all aboard this fair palfrey that he has sent to thee. With that she took up a lood allowing, and swore by him that did on tray, Nu have you paid for all the portis that Robin gaf to me. Nu ye be come home to Nottingham, ye shall have God enow. Nu spake we of Robin Hood, and of the porter under the green naboo. Porter, what was they portis worth to Nottingham that he laid with me? They were worth to noblest, said he, so mought he tre for they, so could he had for them, and he had be there. Thou shalt have 10 pund, said Robin, of money fair and free, and ye for when there comes to Greenwood, welcome, porter, to me. This parted Robin, the scrafe and the porter, underneath the Greenwood tree. God have mercy on Robin Hood's soul, and saf all good yeoman ray. Okay, that is Robin Hood and the Potter. One of my personal favorites because of how concerned it is with what is a fair trade, what are things worth, and also there's a lot of interesting in-jokes in here. There's a persistent suggestion, never confirmed but often implied, that Robin Hood has slept with the sheriff's wife. You get to see Robin Hood be nice to people, which is quite a striking difference from his previous appearance in Robin Hood and the Monk. I'm going to take a quick break in just a sec before we move on to the next one, because the guest of Robin Hood is considerably longer than the others. So I will probably skip it for now and save it, because it is about 1,800 lines long. So, 3 times as long as the sum of the 2 we just read. So I probably won't get through it today, but I will try. But we're going to skip that one and do not Robin Hood and Guy of Gisborne, but the Tale of Gamelyn, which is pretty short. So, whoops. Or, sorry, Guy of Gisborne we will do. And then the Tale of Gamelyn is another one that I don't think we will, or I might end with Gamelyn. We'll see. All right, I have to take a quick break, and then we will be back for more reading. See you soon, folks. All right, folks, I am back. We'll get into a couple of tales here in just a sec. You get this really janky thing working here again. Golly, golly, golly. Okay. Gosh, one of these days I'm just gonna have to figure out why this doesn't quite work the way that I want it to. Okay. So, are you gonna play nice? Are you gonna play nice here? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't know if this is like an issue with this overlay or if it's an issue with like how I'm trying to capture this window or some other setting that I just haven't fully understood yet. But something causes the transparencies to get odd here in ways that I can't quite seem to predict. So if there's weird flickering or if it if the text gets covered up or suddenly vanishes, I am sorry. I will have to look into better ways to do this once I don't know, have a better understanding of the technology here. So we're going to skip the Guest of Robin Hood because that one is going to take probably 2 hours just on its own to read. So we'll read a couple of the short ones here, and then I will finish up with Robin Hood and the Tale of Gamelyn, which is a longer one of about 890 lines. And that, I think, will take us to about 2 hours, and that is a pretty good shot, I think. Excuse me. We're going to read Guy of Gisborne here. This is a very, very short one that might, in fact, be a fairly late one, but it is somewhat uncertain. So let's just get right into it here. When showers been shane and shrouds full fire, and laves both large and long, it is merry, working in fair forest, to hear the small birds sing. In wood whaler song and woodnot's case, amongst the leaves saline, and it is be twa wichte yeomen, be there God that he main. Methought that they did me bait and bind, and talk me boo me fro. If ye be Robin alive in this land, it'll be rockin' on both of them twa. Swavens are swift, master, quoth John, as the wind that blew us o'er hill. For if it never so lood this nicht, tomorrow it may be still. Buske ye, boone ye, me marry men all. For John shall go with me, for ill go sake yond wichte yeomen, in Greenwood where they be. The cast on their goon of grain, a shooting agone are they, until they come to the merry Greenwood, where they had gladdest by. There were the wear of wichte yeoman, his body lain to a tray. A sword and a dagger he wore be his seed, had been many a man's ban, and he was clad in his copper heed, top and tile and mine. Stand you still, master, quoth Little John, under this trusty tray, and he will go to yond wichte yeoman, to knew his meaning truly. John, be me, do certs no store, and that's a farly thing, who oft send ye me men before, and tarry myself behind. It is no conning a knav to ken, and a man but hear him spake, and it were not for bursting of me boo, John, ye would the head break. But often words they braid and ball, that parted Robin and John, John is gone to Barnestall, the gat as he knew as eke on. And when he come to Barnestall, great heaviness there he had. He found twa of his own fellows were slain both in slad. And Scarlet afore to fleeing was, over stocks and stone, for the sheriff with 70 men fast after him is gone. Yet on the short it'll short, says Little John, with creased his micht and mine, it'll mak yon fellow that flees so fast, to be both glad and fine. John bent up a good yew a bow, and fettered him to short. The bow was made of a tender buch, and fell down to his foot. Woe worth they wicked word, said Little John, that ere thou grew on a tree, for this day thou art me ball, me bought when thou should be. This shot it was but loosely shot, the arrow flew in vain, and it met one of the sheriff's men, God William at Trent was slain. It had been better for William at Trent to hang upon a gallows, than for it to lie in a grain wood, there slain with an arrow. And at his side would men be met, 6 can do more than 3, and they have ta'en Little John, and bound him fast to a tree. Thou shalt be drown be dull and doon, quoth the sheriff, and hanged he on a hill. But thou may fail, quoth Little John, if it be Christ's own will. Let us leave a talking of Little John, for he is bound fast to a tree, and talk of Guy and Robin Hood in the green wood where they be. Who these 2 yeomen together they met under the leaves of Lena, to say what merchandise they mad, even at the same time. Good morrow, good fellow, quoth Sir Guy. Good morrow, good fellow, quoth he. Methinkest be this bow thou bearest in thy hand, a good archer thou seemest to be. I am wilful of me way, quoth Sir Guy, and of me morning tide. I'll lead thee through the wood, quoth Robin. God fellow, it'll be the guide. I sake an outlaw, quoth Sir Guy, men call him Robin Hood. Yet rather mate with him upon a day, than 40 pound of gold. If you two met, it would be seen whether were better afore ye did part away, yet to some other pastime fiend, good fellow, they pray. Let us some other meisteris make, and we will work in the wars even. We may chance a mate with Robin Hood at some unset staven. They cut them down the summer shrogus which grew both under a brier, and set him 30 rod in tween, to short the prick as full near. Laid on, good fellow, sighed Sir Guy, laid on, do bid they. Nay, be me faith, quoth Robin Hood, the lairder thou shalt be. The first good shot that Robin laid did not short an inch the prick afro. Guy was an archer good enough, but he could ne'er shot so. The second shot Sir Guy shot. He shot within the garland, but Robin Hood shot it better than he, for he clove the good prick wand. God's blessing on the heart, says Guy, good fellow, the sure thing is good. For an heart be as good as the hands, thou were better than Robin Hood. Tell me the name, good fellow, quoth Guy, under the leaves of Lena. Nay, be me faith, quoth Robin Hood, quoth good Robin, till thou have told me thine. It were be dalla and doon, quoth Guy, and I have done many a curse to turn, and here that calls me be me rechte name, calls me Guy of good Gisborne. Me dwelling is in the wood, says Robin, be they I set rechte nacht. Me name is Robin Hood of Barnestall, a fellow thou hast long sought. He that had neither been a keith nor kin, micht have seen a full fair sicht, to say who together those yeomen went, with blades both brune and bricht. To have seen who these yeomen together fought, to 2 hours of a summer day, it was neither Guy nor Robin Hood that fettled them to flee away. Robin was reckless on a rot, and stumbled at that tide, and Guy was quick and nimble withal, and hit him o'er the left side. Ah, there laddie, sighed Robin Hood, thou art both mother and my. I think it was never man's destiny to die before his die. Robin thought on oor laddie there, and soon leapt up again, and thus he came with an awkward stroke. God Sir Guy he has slain. He took Sir Guy's head by the hair, and sticked it on his bow's end. Thou hast been tried to all thy life, which thing must have an end. Robin pulled forth an Irish knife, and nicked Sir Guy in the face, that he was never on a woman born, could tell who Sir Guy was. Sighs, lie there, good Sir Guy, and with me be not wroth. If thou have had the worse strokes at me hand, thou shalt have the better cloth. Robin did his goon of green on Sir Guy it threw, and he put on that capel heed that clad him top to toe. The bow, the arwas, and little horn, and with me knew ill bear, for knew he would go to Barnasdal, to say who me men do fare. Robin set Guy's horn to his mouth, a loud blast in it did he blow, that beheard the Sheriff of Nottingham, as he lain it under a loo. Hearken, sighed the Sheriff, he heard no tidings but good, for yonder he heard Sir Guy's horn a blew, for he hath slain Robin Hood. For yonder he heard Sir Guy's horn a blew, it blew so well indeed. For yonder comes that wicked yeoman, clad in his capel heed. Come hither, thou Sir Guy, ask of me what thou wilt have. Ill known of the gold, says Robin Hood, nor ill known of it have. But now we have slain the mice, that he sighed, let me go strick the knave, that this is all the reward he ask, nor no other will he have. Thou art a madman, sighed the Sheriff, thou shouldst have a knecht's fee, saying the asking be so bad, well granted it shall be. But little John heard his master spake, well knew he that was Stephen. Nu shall he be lost, quoth little John, with Christus micht in heaven. But Robin he heended toward this little John, he thought he would lose him believe. The sheriff and all his company fast after him did drive. Stand aback, sighed Robin, we draw you may so near. It was never the use in our country, one shrift another should hear. But Robin pulled forth an Irish knife, and loosed John hand and foot, and gave him Sir Guy's bow in his hand, and bade it be his boat. But John took Guy's bow in hand, his arrows were roused be the rot. The sheriff saw little John draw a bow, and fetter him to shoot. Toward his goth in his house in Nottingham, he fled for fast away, and so did all his company, not one behind did stay. But he could neither so fast go, nor away so fast run, but little John, with an arrow broad, that clave his heart in twin. Okay, so a fairly effective, short poem packed with a lot of action, but, not really a whole lot of plot here. It's a pretty standard Robin Hood style trick of identity. Robin fights and defeats the treacherous Guy of Gisborne, and then tricks the sheriff into believing that Guy is actually Robin, and that Robin is Guy. And as a result, Robin is able to free Little John and escape. And the parting shot, the final line of the poem, is that Little John is able to, in effect, snipe the sheriff of Nottingham as he turns and flees, making a coward of him, in essence. Although it's an odd little tale in that it doesn't have quite a lot of context to it, there's not as much of the suggestion of the band of merry men in the woods, or how they are surviving, or indignation at theft that you tend to see in the shorter tales. But I do like that it illustrates some of the different things that Robin Hood tales had that might appeal to an audience. Of course, exactly who was listening to or reading, or for that in that case writing these stories, is kind of ambiguous. We could see here in a tale like this, perhaps writing for an audience who craves the sense that perhaps justice will be done, that someone like Guy might be brought down, even by an ambiguous, perhaps equally troublesome figure like Robin Hood. So I think we will end with the next one, the Tale of Gamelyn. It is a fairly popular one, although not always considered a Robin Hood tale because of how late it shows up, and because it doesn't deal directly as you might expect with Robin Hood. But I'm going to read it. This one is about 900 lines long, so it's going to take, I don't know, probably half an hour to read through. I will have to take a break briefly just to rest my voice, and fortunately the poem is divided into fits, so I'll probably take a short pause after the second fit, just so I can avoid getting too hoarse here and get a sip of water. Actually, I'm going to take a sip right now, actually. Okay. Sorry, had to cough there too. In terms of what to expect with Gamelyn, Gamelyn is it partakes in a tradition of Robin Hood stories which both object to certain ways of handling economic transactions, but also defends them. So this is a story about inheritance and the restoration of correct inheritance, but it is also a story of all of the problems that inheritance causes. Just like Robin Hood and the Potter is at some level a story about fair trading and the difficulties and problems of trading, so too this one seems to be largely interested to talk about some of the ways that inheritance, far from guaranteeing social stability, is in fact a tremendously disruptive and problematic force. So let us begin reading here. I can tell my voice is going a little bit because I'm not used to speaking Middle English for this long all at once. So I may actually have to take a couple breaks, maybe at the end of each fit. We'll see how it holds up. Okay, let's get the spacing right here. Come on. Leitheth and listeneth and hearkeneth recht, and ye shall hear of a duty knecht. Sir John of Bundes was his name. He could of Norchur and of Mochurgam, three sons the knecht had, and with his body he won. The eldest was a moch a shrew, and a son began. His brother loved well her father, and of him were aghast. The eldest deserved his father's curse, and had it at the last. The god knecht his father leaved so yore, that death was common him to, and handled him full sore. The god knecht carded sore sick there he lie, who his children should leaven after his die. He had been weed aware, but none husband he was. Or the land that he had it was purchase, fine he would it was dressed among him alle, that eke of him had his part, as it michte falle. Though sent he into country after huise knecht, to help in delen his landes and dressed him to richte. He sent him word by letters thy should he believe, if thy would spake with him whilst he was leave. One that knecht is hard and sick that he lie, had they no rest, neither nicht ne die, till they come to him there he lie still, on his death's bed, to abide God's will. Then sighed the god knecht säker there he lie, Lordes you warn forsoth without an eye, I may no längre leven här in the stund, For thor godes will death drew with me to grund. There as none of him all that heard him aricht, that I ne had ruth of that ilke knecht. And sighed, Sir, for godes love, dismay you nocht. God my don boat of Baal, that is nu I rocht. Then spake the gode knecht, sick there he lie. Boat of Baal a God my send, I wot it is no nigh. But I be sick, you knechtes for the love of me. Goeth and dresseth me Londis among me sonnes three. And for the love of God dealeth not amiss, and forgetteth not Gamelyn, me younge son that he's. Taketh head to that one as well to that other. Selde ye sayn any hair helpen his brother. Though let thy knechte lien, that was not in hell, and went into Kunsel his Londes for to del. For to delen him alle to on that was her thocht, and for Gamelyn was youngest he should have an ocht. All the lond that there was thy dalten it in twa, and let to Gamelyn the younger without londe go, and eke of him side to other full lude, his brother and michtly eve him lond when he God could. And when they had daled the lond at her wheel, they come unto the knecht, there he lie still, and told him anon who they had rocht, and the knecht there he lie, licked it recht de nocht. Then sighed the knecht, Be Saint Martin, for all that ye han done, it is the londe mean, for Godes love now boors, stondeth alle still, and he would delen me lond, after min own wheel. John, min eldest son, shall have pluis five, that was me father's heritage when he was alive. And me middlest son, five pluis love lond, that he harp for to get with me rechte hond. And all of min other purchase of Londes and ladies, that he bequeath Gamelyn, and all me good estates, and he be sake you, good men, that allow a con of Lond, for Gamelyn is love that me quest a stund. Thus dart the knecht his lond be his die, recht on his deathbed, sick there he lie, and soon afterward he lay stone still, and died when time come, as it was Christus will. Anon as he was dead, and under grass a grave, son the elder brother, Giled the young knave. He took into his hand his lond and his lade, and Gamelyn him servant to cloth and to fade. He clothed him and fed him evil and eke wroth, and let his londes for far, and his huses both, his parkes and his woordes, and did no thing well. And sethen he it abocht on his own fell. So long was Gamelyn in his brother's hall, for the strengest of God will they duted him all. There was none therein, neither young nor old, that would wroth Gamelyn, were he never so bold. Gamelyn stood on a day in his brother's yard, and began with his hand to handle his beard. He thought on his landes that lie unsewe, and his far oakes that doon where he drawe. His parkes were broken, and his deer raved, and all his gore estates none was him belaved. His house were unhealed, and full evil dicht, though thought Gamelyn it went not aricht. Afterward came his brother, working there, and said to Gamelyn, Is met to jar? Though wrathed him Gamelyn, and swore be God spoke, Thou shalt go back thyself, ich will not be the cock. What, brother Gamelyn, who unswearest thou nu? Thou spakest never such a word as thou dost nu. Be faith, said Gamelyn, nu me thinketh need, of all the harmes that ye have, ye took never yet heed. Me parkes been broken, and me dare raved. Of mine armes ne estates nocht is believed. All that me father me bequeath, all goth to sham, and therefore have thou Godes curse, brother, be thy name. Then spake his brother that rap was and race, stond still Gadlinge, and hold thee pace. Thou shalt be fine to have thee mate, and thee wade. What spakest thou, Garling, of lord or of lade? Then sighed Gamelyn, the child so young, Christus course mought he have, that may clepeth Garling. I am no worse a Garling, no worse a wicht, but born of laddie, and a gate of a knecht. Ne durst he not to Gamelyn, and never a fought go, but cleped to him his men, and sighed to him though. Goeth and bateth this boy, and raveth him his wheat, and let him learn another team to answer me bet. Then sighed the child young Gamelyn, Christus course mort thou have, brother art thou mine, and if ye shall all gats be beten anon, Christus course mort thou have, but thou be that own. And anon his brother in that great head mad his men to fete staves, Gamelyn to bet. One every of him had a staff enormous, Gamelyn was ware when he saw him common. When Gamelyn saw him common, he looked over all, and was war of a pistol, stowed under the wall. Gamelyn was licht, and thither gan he leap, and droff all his brother's men recht son on a heap, and looked as a wild leon, and lied on God won. And when his brother saw that he began to gone, he fled up into a loft, and shut the door fast. Thus Gamelyn with his pistol mad him all aghast. Some for Gamelyn's love, and some for all they drocht in him to halves, when he gan to play. What now, sighed Gamelyn, ever mote ye they? Will ye begin contact, and so son flay? Gamelyn sought his brother, whither he was flew, and sake where he looked, out a window. Brother, sighed Gamelyn, come a little near, and he will teach thee apply at the buckle air. His brother him answered, and sighed beside Richard, the where that pistol is in thine hand, he will come no near. Brother, he will make thee pace, he swear be Christus o'er, cast away the pistol, and wrath thee no more. Ye most denied, sighed Gamelyn, wrath me at honest, for thou would mak thee men to break me bonus. Nay had he had me, nay had he, oh goodness gracious me, 143. Nay had he had a mine, and micht in mine armes, to han him from I, thy would have done me harmes. Gamelyn, sighed his brother, be thou not wroth, for to sayne the han harm me were recht a loth. Ye ne did it not, brother, but for a fonding, for to look and where thou art strong and art so young. Come a doon than to me, and ground to me bone, of own a thing ye wear they axe, and we shall sought a son. Doon than came his brother, that fickle was and fell, and was with sore affared of the pestle. He sighed, Brother Gamelyn, axe me thee bone, and look thou me blam, but he it ground to son. Then sighed Gamelyn, Brother, ye wheeze, and we shall bear on, thou must ground to me this, all that me father may be quath, whilst he was alive, thou must do me it have, if we shall not strive. That shalt thou have, Gamelyn, he swear be Christus or that the father they bequath, though thou would have more. The land lith lie where it shall be sour, and thine houses raised up that bane lied full allow. Thus sighed the knecht to Gamelyn with mouth, and thought on falseness as he were couth. The knecht thought on treason, and Gamelyn on none, and went and kissed his brother, and when they were at own, alas, young Gamelyn, nothing he ne wist, with such false treason his brother him kissed. Okay, I can feel my voice going a little bit, so before we move on to Fit 2 here, I'm going to take a real quick break to go grab some warm water, specifically, and hopefully that will be enough to help me get through the next couple of fits. So, I will be right back, folks. We will return to the Tale of Gamelyn momentarily. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. I have some warm water here now. Hopefully that will keep my voice intact. So let's get back to Fit 2 of Robin Hood and the Tale of Gamelyn. Pardon me, I'm going to clear my throat one more time. You know, I had this yesterday's stream was basically a test to see if my voice could hold out for 4 hours, and it pretty well did, but that was speaking English, talking about a gross game, and I have been talking for 90 minutes in Middle English, and that seems to have strained my voice far more than the previous night's 4.5 hours. So I will try to get through all of Gamelyn here, but unfortunately my techniques of vocal training, I suppose, that allowed me to extend my range for commentary and rambling just don't seem to be translating to this. But, you know, lessons learned. Anyway, let's press on with Fit 2. I guess as a quick review, we have not yet met Robin Hood in the first Fit. Rather, what we have found is a fairly classic medieval problem, which is that a man has 3 sons, and he has realized that when he dies, he needs to pass his property down to his sons, and unfortunately, his oldest son is also his worst son. So he needs to try to navigate this somehow, and he leaves some instructions on how to handle the inheritance, but unfortunately, it doesn't work. As is tradition, the oldest son inherits the most and has most of the power in what remains of the household, and instantly uses that to begin exploiting his siblings. So, let us press on here and see how young Gamelyn will deal with this. Leitheneth. Oh, whoops. Let me get my scrolling set up here. By the way, if anyone knows a good program to auto-scroll a PDF or a website, please let me know. Because this is not... This very finicky mouse wheel thing is not what I really want to do long term. Leitheneth and listeneth and holdeth your tongue, and ye shall hear talking of Gamelyn the young. There was besiden Christ the rasteling, and therefore there was set a ram and a ring, and Gamelyn was in wheel to wend thereto, for to praven his micht what he could do. Brother, sighed Gamelyn, be signed richer, though most lend me tonight a little corsair, that is fresh for the spore, and for to read, most on an errand, a little here beside. Be good, sighed his brother, of status in me stall, go and chase the best, spar none of him all, of status and coursers that stond in him beside, and tell me, good brother, whither thou wilt read. Here beside, brother, is creed a rasteling, and therefore shall be set a ram and a ring, much a worshipped were, brother to us all. Micht either ram and ring bring home to this hall. He stayed there was saddled, smertily and skate. Gamelyn did a pair of spurs fast on his feet. He set his foot in the stirrup, the steed he bestrode, and towardest the rasteling, the young child rode. When Gamelyn the young was riding out at a gat, the false knecht his brother locked yet after that, and besocht at Jesu Christ that his heaven a king, he micht break his neck in the rasteling. As soon as Gamelyn come, there the place was. He licht a doon of his steed and stood on the grass, and there he heard a francolin while away sing, and begun bitterly his hundes for to ring. Good man, sighed Gamelyn, we must do this far. Is there no man that may you helpen out of car? Alas, sighed the francolin, that ever was he bore, for twice the Lord's son see when that he have lore. A champion is in the place that hath rocked me sore, for he hath sklined me 2 sons, but if God him bore, he will give a 10 pound be Jesu Christ and more, with a none as he found a man would hinder him sore. Good man, sighed Gamelyn, we're through well done, hold me horse the wheels me man, through of me shone, and help me man to keep me clothes and me stead, and he will to place agone, to lock if he may spade. Be good, sighed the francolin, it shall be done, ye will myself be the man to drew of the shone, and wend thou into place Jesu Christ the spade, and dread not of the clothes, nay of the good stead. Barefoot and ungirt Gamelyn in cam, all that were in the place heard of him nam, who he durst aventure him to don his micht, that was so dochty a champion in rasteling and in ficht. Upstert the champion rapidly anon, and toward young Gamelyn began to gon, and sighed, Who is the father, and who is the seer? For so thou art a great of all that thou come here. Gamelyn answered the champion though, Thou knew well me father, will he micht go, the wheeles he was alive be Saint Martin. Sir John of Bundes was his name, and he am Gamelyn. Flower, sighed the champion, so mote he thrive, he knew where the father, the wheeles he was alive, and the said for Gamelyn, he will that thou it hear, where thou were a young boy, a much a shrew thou were. Then sighed Gamelyn, and swore be quick Christ as o'er. Nu I am older wex, thou shalt find me more. Begod, sighed the champion, welcome mote thou be. Come thou honest in min hand, thou shalt never they. 'Twas well within the nicht, and the morn shone, when Gamelyn and the champion together gone. The champion cast Turnus to Gamelyn that was pressed, and Gamelyn stood and bade him don his best. Then said Gamelyn to the champion, Thou art fast about to bring me adun. Nu ye have proved mony Turnus of thine, thou most he sighed, or two of mine. Gamelyn to the champion yede smertily anon, of all the Turnus that he could, he shewed him but on, and cast him on the lift seed that three ribes to brak, and thereto his own arm that jaffa great crack. Then sighed Gamelyn smertily anon, Shall it be hold for a cast, or else for anon? Begod, sighed the champion, whether it be, he that cometh honest in the hond, shall he never they. Then sighed the Francolin, that had the sonnes there, Blessed be thou, Gamelyn, that ever thou bore ware. The Francolin sighed to the champion, on him stood him none eye. This is young Gamelyn, that taught they this play. Again and sweareth the champion, that licketh nothing well. He is Arthur Meister, and his play is recht fair. Sithen he rastled first, it is gone yore, but he was never in me life handled so sore. Gamelyn stood in the place anon without a circ, and sighed, If there be more, let him come to work. The champion that peened him to work sore, it seemeth be his countenance that he will no more. Gamelyn in the place stood still as stone, for to abide the rastling, but there come anon. There was none with Gamelyn that would rastle more, for he handled the champion so wonderly sore. Twa gentile men that yemed the place, come to Gamelyn, God gave him good grass, and sighed to him, Do on the hosen and the shone, for soth at this team this far is done. And then sighed Gamelyn, so mote he were far, he have not yet Halvendale sold me war. Though sighed the champion, so broke I me swear, he is a fool that thereof beeth, who selleth it so dear. Though sighed the Francolin, that was in much a car, Fellow he sighed, Why lackest thou this war? Be signed to Jam of Gallus that Monyman hath sought, yet is it to go the chap that thou hast bought. Though that warden a swear of that rastling, come and brocht Gamelyn the ram and the ring, and Gamelyn bethought him it was a fair thing, and went with much joy home in the morning. His brother say where he come with a great root, and barred shut the gate, and hurled him without. The porter of his lord was sore aghast, and stared anon to the gate, and locked it fast. Okay, Fit 2 is out of the way. We get to see that Gamelyn here is quite a talented wrestler. He runs into a Franklin, who is a sort of ambiguous figure in the medieval landscape. I will not get into the full detail here, but you can sort of understand a Franklin as someone who is a property owner, but not through inheritance. So he might have perhaps purchased an estate, or, his father might have purchased an estate, but they're not aristocratic landholders, typically. And we have found that the Franklin's three sons are also in trouble, and there is this champion defending, that is opposing him, and Gamelyn has offered to help, and he does indeed brutally defeat this champion. So we're going to scroll down to Fit 3, and My voice, goodness gracious, is going. I may not be able to actually finish Gamelyn today. So I'm going to take a quick pause here and go clear my throat, and then we will be right back to things here. I'm actually just going to leave it on this screen since I'll only be gone perhaps a minute. Alrighty, folks, I am back. Um, let's see how. Yeah, we're about to start Fit 4, and we're about a third of the way through the poem. Fit 4 is the long one, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we'll probably get through Fits 4 and 5, and then I'll have to finish it up another day because, gosh. Oops, and now I've lost my spot. Okay, here we go. Why did I keep scrolling? I'm sorry, we're not on Fit 4, we're on Fit 3. Okay. Gosh. What? Why do I keep missing my spot here? I never should have moved. Okay, here we go. Nu listeneth and listeneth, both young and old, and ye shall hear gamen of Gamelyn the bold. Gamelyn come to the gat, for to have come in, and it was shet fast with strong apeen. Then said Gamelyn, Porter, Porter, undo the yacht, for God men is sonnes, stunder thereat. Then answered the porter, and swore be God is bared, Thou ni shalt Gamelyn come into this yard. Thou lickst, said Gamelyn, so brock me chin. He smote the wicked with his foot, and brake away the peen. The porter said, though it micht no better be, he set foot on the earth, and began to flay. Be me fie, said Gamelyn, that travail is I lore, for I am of foot as licht as thou, if thou hadst it swore. Gamelyn overtook the porter and his 10 rack, and girt him in the neck, that the bone to brak, and took him by the own arm, and threw him in a well. 7 fathom it was deep, as ye have heard the tell. When Gamelyn the young thus had plied his ply, all that in the yard were drew in him away. They dreaded him for sore for work that he wrought, and for the fair company that he thither brought. Gamelyn yede to the gat, and let it up weed. He let in all that gone would or read, and sighed, Ye be welcome without in any grave, for we will be meisters here, and axe no men alive. Yesterday I left, said young Gamelyn, in me brother's cellar 5 ton of wine. I will not this company partin tween, and ye were done after me, with sop is therein. And if me brother grutch or make a full cheer, either for spence of meat and drink that we spend here, iam ur catur, and bear ur all their purse. He shall have for his grutching a Saint Maria's course. Me brother is a negon, I swear be Christus o'er, and we will spend largely that he hath spared your, and who maketh grutching that we here dwell. He shall to the porter into the drua well. 7 days and 7 nichtes Gamelyn held his feast. With much solace was there none chaste, in a little turret his brother lay stick. And say him wast his god, and durst no word spake. Early on a morning on the 8th day, the guest is come to Gamelyn, and would gone her way. Lord sighed Gamelyn, will ye so he, or the wine is not yet drunk, so brook I mean I. Gamelyn in his heart was full of woe, when his guestess took her leave for him to go. He would they had dwelled longer, and thy side and I, but betaucht Gamelyn, good and good I. Thus made Gamelyn his feast, and brocht well to end, and after his guestess took leave to wend. We'll move on to fit 4 here without stopping. Leithen and listen, and hold your tongue, and ye shall hear gam of Gamelyn the young. Hearkeneth lordingus, and listeneth richt, when all the guestes were gone, and who Gamelyn was dicht. All the weird that Gamelyn heard his managerie. His brother thought on him be rock with his treachery. Where Gamelyn's guestes were reading and gone, Gamelyn stood anon alone, friend had he none. Though after a fairly son, within a little stund, Gamelyn was talking and full hardy bund. Forth came the false knecht out of the solaire. To Gamelyn his brother he yede full near, and sighed to Gamelyn, "Who mad they so bold for to stroyen the store of mine household?" "Brother," sighed Gamelyn, "reth recht nocht, for it is money die gone, sith it was brocht. For, brother, thou hast had be Saint Richard of 15 a pluis of lund this 610 a year, and of all the bestes thou hast forth bred, that me father me bequath on his death's bed. Of all the 610 a year he gave they the prue, for the meat and the drink that we han spended noo." Then sighed the false knecht, "Even mote he they. Hearken a brother Gamelyn, what he will give they. For of me body, brother, have here get and have he none. I will maken thee mine heir, I swear be Saint John." "Parfait," sighed Gamelyn, and if it so be, and thou think as thou sayest, God yield it they. Nothing a wheest Gamelyn of his brother Gil, therefore he him beguiled in a little wheel. Gamelyn, sighed he, one thing I they tell, though thou threw me porter in the drua well, I swore in that wrath and in that great mote, that thou shouldest be bound both hand and foot. This must be fulfilled, me men to dote, for to hold mine voo, as I they behold. "Brother," sighed Gamelyn, "as mote I they, thou shalt not be forswore for the love of me. Though madden thy Gamelyn to sit and not stand, to thy head him bound, both foot and hand." The false knecht his brother of Gamelyn was aghast, and sent after fetters to fetter him fast. His brother made lessingus on him there he stood, and told him that come in that Gamelyn was wod. Gamelyn stood to a post bunden in the hall, though that common in locked on him all. Ever stood Gamelyn even upright. But meat and drink had he none, neither day ni nicht. Then sighed Gamelyn, "Brother, be mine hals, nu have I espied thou art a party false. Had I wist the treason that thou hast I fund, I would have gave a strokkes, or I had bebund." Gamelyn stod bund still as any stone, 2 days and 2 nächters mete had he known. Then sighed Gamelyn that stod I bonde strong. Adam Spencer may thinketh he faste too long. Adam Spencer nu I beseche thee, for the much love me father loved thee. If thou may come to the case, less me out of bond, and I will part with thee of me frae lond. Then sighed Adam, that was the Spencer, I've served thee brother this 610 a year. If it he let the gun out of his boor, he would say afterwards, I were traitor. Adam, sighed Gamelyn, so brook I min hals, thou shalt find me brother at the last false. Therefore, brother Adam, loose me out of bondes, and I will part with thee of me frae londes. Up such forward, sighed Adam, I wheeze, I will do thereto all that in me is. Adam, sighed Gamelyn, as moughty they, I will hold the covenant, and thou will may. Anon as Adam's lordess to bed was gone, Adam took the case, and let Gamelyn out anon. He unlocked Gamelyn both hondas and fate in hope of avancement that he him be hate. Then sighed Gamelyn, Thanked be God's sonde, nu am I los, both fort and hond. Had I nu eaten and drunken a recht, there is none in this house should bind me this nicht. Adam took Gamelyn as still as any stone, and lad him into the spence rapidly anon, and set him to supper recht in a privy steed. He bade him do gladly, and so he did. Anon as Gamelyn had eaten well and fine, and thereto he drunken well of the red wine. Adam, sighed Gamelyn, what is nu the red? Or he go to me brother and gird of his head? Gamelyn, sighed Adam, it shall not be so. He can teach thee a red that is worth the 2. I wot well forsooth that this is no nigh. We shall have a mangerie recht on Sunday. Abotus and priors mony here should be, and other men of holy kirk as he tell thee. Thou shall stund up be the post as thou were bound fast, and he shall leave him unlock that away thou may him cast. When that they han eaten and washen her handes, thou shalt beseech him all to bring out of bondes. And if they will and bore with thee that were go to gamma, then were thou out of prison and out of blame, and if eke of him say to us nigh, ye shall do another, ye swear, be this day. Thou shalt have a god staff, and ye will have another, and Christus curse hath that one that fileth that other. Yea, for God, sighed Gamelyn, he say it for me, if he file on me seed, ever mote they. If we should alga to soil him of her sin, warn me, brother Adam, one we should begin. Gamelyn, sighed Adam, be signed to charity, he will warn thee beforen one it shall be, one he wink on thee, look for to gone, and cast away the fetters, and come to me anon. Adam, sighed Gamelyn, blessed be the bonus, that is God concile, even for the nonnes. If they warn they may to bring out of bondes, he will set a God strokkes recht on their lendes. One the Sunday was common, and folk to the fest, there they were welcomed, both least and mest, and ever as the holder come in, they casten her yen on young Gamelyn. The false knecht his brother, full of treachery, or the guestes that there were at the mangerie. Of Gamelyn his brother he told him with mooth, or the harm and the sham that he telcouth. When they were served of messes 2 or 3, then sighed Gamelyn, who serve ye may? It is not well served be God that all mad, that ye sit fasting and other men make glad. The false knecht his brother, there as he stood, told to all the guestes that Gamelyn was wod, and Gamelyn stood still and sweared a nocht, but Adamus wordus he held in his thocht. Though Gamelyn gan spak dolefully withal to the great Lordess that sat on in the hall. Lordess, he sighed, for Christus passion, help to bring Gamelyn out of prison. Then sighed an abbot, sorwa on his cheek. He shall have Christus curse, and Saint Maria's ake, that out of prison beggeth or borwa, that ever worth him were that doth the mock sorwa. And after the abbot then spake another. I were thine head where of thou I were thine head whereof though thou were me brother. All that the borwa fool amot him fall, thus thy said and all that were in the hall. Then sighed a prior, ever mote he thrive. It is great to sorrow and car, boy, that thou art leave. Ooh, sighed Gamelyn, so brook I me bone. Nu have I speed that friends have I known. Cursed mote he worth both flesh and blood, that ever doth prior or abbot any god. Adam the Spencer talk up the cloth, and looked on Gamelyn, and saith that he was wroth. Adam on the pantry little he thought, and 2 gold staves to the hall door he brought. Adam looked on Gamelyn, and he was warren on, and cast away the fetters, and began to gone. When he came to Adam, he took that on staff, and began to work, and God struck a staff. Gamelyn came into the hall, and Spencer both, and looked him about as they laden be wroth. Gamelyn sprayeth holy water with an oak and spear, that some stood upright, fell in the fear. There was no loo a man that in the hall stood that would do Gamelyn anything but good, but stood and besides and lay to him both weir, for they had no ruth of holy men, of men of holy kirk. Abbot or prior, monk or shanun, that Gamelyn overtook, anon they yeden done. There was none of all that with his staff met, but he ne mad him overthrew to quit him his debt. Gamelyn, sighed Adam, for Saint Charité, pie good livre for the love of me, and ye will keep the door so ever here mess. Ere they ben assoiled, there shall none pass. Do to they not, sighed Gamelyn, where we ben I fair. Keep the ware the door, and ye will weirch a hair. Bestir they, God Adam, and let none flay, and we shall tell largely who money that there be. Gamelyn, sighed Adam, do him but good, thy ben men of holy church, drew of him no blood. Salve well the croonness, and do him no harmes, but break both her legs, and seethen her armes. Thus Gamelyn and Adam rocht wicht faste, and plied with the monkus, and made him agast. Thither they come reading, jolly with swines, and home I ein they were a lad in cartes and wines. Though they had an all I do, then sighed a great frere. Alas, Sir Abbot, what did we know here? When that we come in hither, it was a cold raid. Us had a bet at home with water and bread, while Gamelyn made orders of monk and frere, ever stood his brother, and made a fool a chair. Gamelyn up with his staff that he well knew, and girt him in the neck, that he overthrew. A little above the girdle the rigbone he bast, and set him in the feathers thereas he sat erst. Sit there, brother, sighed Gamelyn, for to call on the body as he did mean. As sweet as they had rocken him on her phone, they asked water and washed it on. What some for her love, and some for her hour. All of the servantes served him on the best allow. The sheriff was then as but 5 meal, and all that was told to him in a little wheel, who Gamelyn and Adam had I do a sorry a wee race, bonden and wounded men against the king's pace. Though began the son strife for to walk, and the sheriff about Gamelyn for to talk. Alrighty, folks, we have made it about halfway through the poem. There are 2 fits left, and I can tell immediately my voice is not going to survive the last 2 fits of this poem. So I think I'm going to call it there. I'm glad I got through as much as I did. I honestly didn't anticipate literally anybody showing up for this, but we have a couple of people here, which is kind of exciting for me, and we've had a couple of people throughout. So I'm going to call it a success, and maybe I'll pick this up next Saturday and finish up the Tale of Gamelyn and maybe do the Guest of Robin Hood, which will take the better part of 2 hours just on its own. Thank you for coming by, everybody. I'm going to do some credits here, and then we will raid out. So just give me a sec here. Credits. My model is by Sag Bast, who I found through Fiverr, but is available on most platforms. Overlays, panels, and alert graphics are courtesy of eTerrestrial on Etsy. Startup, Be Right Back, and ending animated screens are courtesy of Bizarre Beasties, also on Etsy. The opening music for stream is Heavy Heart by Kevin MacLeod. The Be Right Back and chatting background music is an original composition by Haku Ataki. And the ending music, which you will hear shortly, is Eternal Sleep by Darren Curtis. I have been your host, Furtive Furrow. Thank you for joining me on this little Middle English excursion today. I don't plan to do these very often, but I have felt the pull to speak Middle English lately, so I wanted to indulge. I think we will move to raid now, but I'm going to stick us on the ending screen while I check out who's online, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, I think we're gonna raid. Let's see here. Okay, Zerkia is playing Dark Souls 3, so we'll go raid them. Because I'm in a Dark Souls 3 mood. Alright folks, thank you for joining me on this off-cycle stream. I will see some of you very soon, some of you later. Have a good day, folks.